lot of your athletes or entertainers, they normally write biographies. So go pick up their biography and read it. You know what I mean? Because I'm guaranteed, even though they write biographies, they're not putting it on Instagram what they're doing on a day-to-day. You know what I mean? Because just like you like your privacy, right? So you don't think those guys like their privacy, so they're doing things to only put out, maybe to promote the things that they have going on. So you don't want to get caught up with that. You know what I mean? You also want to give yourself some. You don't want to be on it all day because it could be time consuming. The one thing I would say about you guys, you know, when I'm talking about you guys, I'm talking about your generation. I'm not just talking about you in particular, but you have a lot of distractions in the world right now for you guys. You know what I mean? When we was coming up, we didn't have a lot of those distractions. What I mean by that is, we didn't know what was going on in Chicago. We didn't know what was going on in Los Angeles. We couldn't just see, hey, Lonzo Ball just played in the Drew League or something like that. We didn't know that, you know what I mean? The power of social media, the power of the internet, now you can see all those things one day ago, you know what I mean? It says that when you put them up. So, that can be a gift and a curse, you know what I mean? Because there's so much information out there. How do you decipher through the information? So then that starts to put the people that you're following, you want to make sure that you hold them to what I like to call M.V.P. And that's not most valuable player, but M.V.P. is morals, values, and principles. What are they standing on? Feel what I'm saying? What I mean by that is, there's a few guys in the NBA, there's a few guys in the NFL, professional. We just finished doing a basketball session, so I talk about basketball. That's actually displaying those things, right? We can look at, and in the NBA, and it's getting there in football now because of social media and the internet, their face is very visible. So you see LeBron, you see a Steph Curry, you know what I mean? A lot of those guys are standing on morals, values, and principles. So they are great role models. You see LeBron with his family and how he interacting with his sons and stuff like that. So I'm not saying that that's bad, you know what I mean? Some of those guys are putting it out there the right way. You see Steph Curry doing the same thing, promoting family, promoting women, you know what I mean? Promoting equality, you understand it? Those guys are frontline doing it. They had a lot of athletes that, when I grew up, I'm not going to say they didn't do it, but they wasn't as bold about the athletes that we have now, you know what I mean? A lot of guys didn't talk about the political things that they have going on in the world. These guys are actually doing it. They put a foot forward to push the culture and to make us have a better world, you understand? So that's cool, you know what I mean? But we still have to take it with a grain of salt because you can be consumed with all that information and you lose track of what you're actually trying to do, you know what I mean? Because if you on Instagram or you on YouTube, you don't have any type of discipline, you can go down a black hole, right? And be on there for the next 2-3 hours and waste a lot of time, right or wrong? You know, because how that technology is developed and the different programs they have is designed to keep you on it, to distract you, right? So my guy Dwayne Donald, who is a doctor, y'all know Dwayne. I don't know if you met Dwayne yet, but you will meet him soon. He's a doctor, PhD doctor, right? Play sports, understand that to the umpteenth level, right? He always said you have to use those smartphones and those smart devices to do smart things. Everybody's phone has a weekly screen time, right? You got to make sure that screen time ain't up. You got to make sure you keep that screen time on something that, you know, doesn't distract you from your ultimate goal. You understand that? And then that goes, see, all we had was video games. Now you got video games, you got cell phones, you got computers, you got all of them mixed in, right? So you guys have to be more disciplined than we had to do. By default, we was disciplined, right? Because we didn't have those different options. So y'all have a lot of technology, so y'all have to make great decisions on, hey man, let's focus in. You know what I mean? Let's give ourselves some type of a limit or some type of criteria where we just not being distracted by social media all day, all right? Because it can be beneficial to you, you know what I mean? You can, right now, you can start businesses, you can start making money, you can start promoting yourself, but make sure you're doing it in a positive light, right? You know what I mean? Y'all all handsome young men, y'all all smart young men, y'all athletic young men, but make sure that y'all leading with moral values and principle on y'all social media sites. Come on, give me another question about social media or something that y'all enjoy about it.
What do you use it for?
Well, I positive content, because as much negativity as that's out there, I want to make sure I'm balancing some of that off. Me and D1, if you don't know D1, at D1 Music on IG, on YouTube, go look him up. He's a positive rapper. And not just that he's a positive rapper, that's his lifestyle. He's not only doing positive stuff when he's on the camera, or when the camera is on. That's his life. You know, he said he didn't want to be a Christian rapper. He's a rapper that's Christian. So the same thing for me. I don't want to just be a Christian ball player. No. I'm a Christian, but I just so happen to play ball. I so happen to do vlogging. I so happen to do social media. So I want that to translate over to my social media sites. And then I can promote myself, what I'm doing, and hopefully somebody can see it, like you talked about, because I know people are inspired and motivated by certain things like that. So they can see me living this life, and they can be like, okay, I want to do something like that. Meaning, oh, he was an athlete, or he was this, he was that, but he's still promoting the positive, he's still promoting the right things to do. You feel me? So I used to promote positivity and to be authentic with my followers. You know what I mean? I think what the young generation want right now, and y'all are it, is they want real, raw, authentic, and they want it right now. They don't want people lying to them. You know what I mean? They don't want people being one thing, and then when they turn around, find out they're something. So I want to be transparent with them. And what I mean by transparent, what you see is what you get. You know what I mean? I'm working to be a better version of myself every day. You know what I mean? How can I be a better father? How can I be a better coach? How can I be a better uncle? We all wear a lot of those hats. So how can I get better? How I get better is, like I tell you, the competition ain't you and I. The competition not between them. I have to be a better version of myself every day. So I use it to do that. You know what I mean? Because it ultimately creates a timeline for me.